Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Hollywood After Dark. And tonight, we end some drama, hopefully positively, and talk about the future of Marvel, which, if Secret Invasion is any indication, is pretty goddamn fucking legit. Without any further ado, let's get right the fuck into it on April 2nd, 2023. Hey everyone. All right, so tonight we're going to be ending some drama and putting it in the past and
hopefully
moving past us. I think it's if the audience, I'll be fair because we're kind of jumping right into it. If the audience will let it chill, then I think everything else will kind of be okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hope that happens. I hope things can chill out and mellow out because it's been a crazy few days. But I do believe it's entirely a possibility that there could at least be some resolution here, and maybe over time, bridges could be rebuilt. I hope.
Well, so obviously Max is here.
Yes, we were able to get him, and thankfully that happened. I know that there's been like a lot of fighting going on the last couple days, last month, really.
Yeah.
And again, this is not a dog pile. We are not here to browbeat anybody or anything like that, because it's not really worth it at this point.
If I may start.
Sure. Yeah.
So Max, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions to address. Some of them I kind of asked you before.
Loud as fuck.
RJ
that's
did.
One
yeah.
loud RJ. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's my mic levels. Is it better?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. Just want to kind of ask some questions, Max. That's okay with you?
Okay.
First question I have to ask you, because it's something that's been brought up, and I asked you this before behind the scenes, before we went live, just to kind of address things real quick. You specifically said you wanted nothing to do with Saggy, and you kind of went hard at her the most out of everyone. Can you please explain why that was?
It's really... Well, I am emotional right now, and no answer is going to make everyone happy tonight. But I can't remember all the shit that happened the week. I will say the week of Skywalker, before we had the big issue, if I'm remembering right, was that, and I see this is the reason I don't like doing this stuff on live streams, because then it has to bring up other stuff too. Like,
no one's going
no. I mean, like the Enosh situation, and then I feel after the Enosh situation, which I still believe, and this isn't going to make me good with Enosh right now. This is why I don't want to do this. I don't believe, you might think Skywalker's crazy. I do not believe he was harassing Enosh. And I said that in the nicest way I could when Enosh decided to make that public on my stream before. And then afterwards, you were all also uninvited, came into my StreamYard to tell me that I need to not associate with Skywalker, who I've proven is an actual friend, because there's proof. And then during that week, it was absolute hell on me. Everyone just going with guilty before proven innocent, instead of it should be innocent until proven guilty. And I am only going to operate on public knowledge.
What's this have to do with Saggy?
At that time, Saggy, RJ, and I don't remember who all jumped in the stream. Caden, everyone jumped in the StreamYard and I did not give her the link at that time. As this is all the best of my recollection. And we had an impromptu meeting, which I was not expecting because I was talking about movie talk that night. And the reason I was originally going to contact Skywalker, and this is what, I give props to Leon. I know this is not going to go well for this audience. I gave props to Leon and Skywalker for addressing the issue, and they still say if you have actual proof, go forward with it. That's how confident they are. They've not harassed anyone. Where was my mind going? I'm sorry.
So disagreement with Saggy on this issue.
I'm just wondering.
No. During that week, Anna, you don't have the whole context. That week was hell on me. Everyone was saying, "I'm believing you because you're going to talk to Skywalker," and I felt she was doing the same thing. I'm going to have to use names now. The same thing that was done with the situation with Zeno, and then there was also issues with some of my members, like a lot of you don't like Rel. It's like it goes to the next person. In my subjective opinion, you got to get rid of this person. You got to get rid of this person. You got to get rid of this person. You can't talk to this person. And I never did it to anyone else.
I mean,
so all I wanted to do was to get Skywalker, and that wasn't originally why I was going to reach out to Skywalker, because there were some concerns with the sell Zack Snyder Justice League to Netflix about those. Remember those AI with Zack Snyder?
Mm-hmm.
And
I
was originally going to reach out to them, and they didn't want to talk about that. If you remember, they were like, "I don't want to talk about that." That's the original reason I was going to talk to them.
But why were you mad at Saggy?
Yeah,
because
I still don't understand.
Because she came uninvited in my stream, like a lot of you have, and gave this ultimatum: you can't talk to him. You just got to believe everything. And Tony, as a guy that does a lot of research, I would expect you. I honestly, I know that you're not involved in this particular situation. You would expect someone to have all the evidence before you condemn someone.
May I ask you a question, Max?
Yes.
I did the exact same thing, so why is it that I didn't get like scorched earth like Saggy did?
Saggy admitted.
I noticed that you talk differently about RJ and Saggy in like recent streams. Like you seem to have no interest in talking to Saggy, whereas like RJ.
Oh, I have no interest in talking to RJ either.
But you are right now.
Yes, I am, to stop this. I have no interest in talking to the majority on this panel again. Don't you understand? I really don't. I don't want to be here. It has escalated to a point where there's no avoiding it. I am here to do whatever I can to stop this, where I never wanted it on a live stream to begin with, which I said at the very start. Some things should not be discussed on live streams. This is stupid. And then when I try to, and I will give your apology here, RJ, and where I try to do something preemptively so it doesn't end up on a live stream, I fuck up. Just like I did with you, Brian, and Matt. My intention was not to drag this out further. And when I saw, in my subjective opinion, as to where you were going with another angle to continue this on, I rage quit, I left, and I was going to seek legal counsel anyway before that situation. And then Matt, like a good friend, regardless of how at odds we are, he said, you know what, you really got to address the situation. So I addressed that too. And I said, you know what, if this is going to continue, this is me washing my hands and moving on. Okay. I'm not going to be dealing with this anymore.
Okay, well, can I just ask then?
Ambassador doesn't get a word on this. Ambassador could fuck off. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm talking to that dude. He just loves any chance he could get. I don't care what the fuck he says. I'm never talking to him.
No, he's not here. He's not here.
Yeah, I suppose that's a line in the sand, but yeah.
No, not here. Absolutely not. I've given, and if we must talk about Saggy, the last time I invited him on my stream was because he disrespected Saggy. That's the last time.
RJ was trying to get a word.
No, I'm just trying to ask. What the question I was going to ask is, okay, after everything that's been said and what's been brought up to you, not just by myself and Matt, can you understand why what you did can be perceived as blackmail and extortion?
I understand that people think that. If you want me to apologize, I don't believe I've done that. I have nothing to gain by any of this. I was trying to do. I don't want to bring up another person's name, but I will. I'll bring up all the names. Broden criticized me before that says Max doesn't handle shit behind the scenes. So I try to. And I tried to tell you this does not look good on everyone. And I did not know that clip before today, that specific
But
clip.
Max,
hold on, RJ.
Yes.
First off, we've had people already say that you've seen the clip because they watched the clip with you, Max. So are you calling Eddie a liar?
I don't remember watching that clip at all.
Eddie says that he watched the clip with you in a backstage.
Yeah.
When it was brought up to you.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
This happened earlier on my stream. That's why I asked you to come on, because a lot more stuff was coming out.
No, I don't. I honestly don't remember that. And if I would have noticed that, if that happened, which I don't remember that happening at all, I was furious at him at the situation. I do not remember directly. And can I be real with you're going to think this is an excuse? They're going to think it's an excuse.
Go ahead. Be honest. Be honest.
Because no answer is going to be great enough. Well, when these things happen,
no answer is going to satisfy everybody.
When these things happen, you do know it's late at night and I'm getting ready for bed and I'm trying to leave. When everyone jumps in the stream and says, you got to do this, you do that. So I'm not lying, Darkness. I'm not lying. I'm not a liar at all.
Max, you don't have to read the chat.
No, I am going to read the chat. I'm not a fucking liar.
I know. I'm just saying I don't want you to get angry.
And when I asked him directly, he said I did not direct it at any person. And then when there was accusations on you, man, I went to Saggy and I said, did this, she was saying that I let things slide. And I said, I do not. And I said, as far as I've heard, you're the one that gives past the bad behavior. Not me. So don't accuse me. And then she got upset. And she's like, are you telling me what all right, I'm calming down.
That's why I said
are you telling me what a black woman can and cannot say? And I said, no, but you're the one accusing me of giving a pass for bad behavior, and I'm not.
Max, do you not see how people might think you're giving a pass for bad behavior when you have people saying that they were with you watching the clips of Zeno saying these things?
I don't remember seeing that specific clip.
Okay, that's good, but that's not what I asked, Max. Yeah. And that's another
and
issue.
I did demod him.
Max, once again,
yes.
Please pay attention to the words I say as I say them. Do you not see how people could think that you're giving pass to bad behavior when they know that you were backstage watching those clips?
I really don't remember seeing that clip.
Okay, that's not what I'm asking you.
I understand that people perceive that, yes.
So then you could understand how people would say those things. You're reacting to what people are saying without context.
Yes.
And then if you don't remember, that doesn't mean other people don't remember, Max. That's the problem. And when people go, hey, you did see it, or hey, don't you remember this? The next day when people are telling you, and you're still like.
All I remember from the situation that he said it wasn't directly towards anyone. And it was not the ER. And I don't remember seeing that. And honestly, I miss things, especially when I'm tired. And you're not going to accept that as an excuse. But especially at the end of the night, end of streaming, I'm not prepared to handle this shit. I'm sorry.
Here's what I would tell you, Max. Here's some advice. Yeah. When situations arise like this and you're like, hey, I'm a little sleepy or I'm a little tired, write it down somewhere. Then you won't be able to forget it. In the morning, you'll see it. You go, that's the thing that happened last night.
No, here's the thing I have to do. I am emotionally unable to handle this drama, obviously. And I need my sleep. And I do miss things. And I don't want to be told about this stuff, honestly. I can't handle it. I don't want to get any involvement whatsoever, especially because it didn't happen on my channel, my stream, or my Twitter.
Right, but look,
I don't want anything.
I wanted to bring that up real quick. I understand that it doesn't happen on your platform, but if Zeno is a mod.
No, he's not right now. No.
Well, not right now. I'm saying in the past when he was a mod.
I demodded him at the time, and I honestly don't remember that clip.
But why did you remod him?
I give everyone a path to come back.
Well, okay. Well,
including you. I demodded you as well.
The only criticism I would say is like,
yes,
like to remod someone, wouldn't you say like in the future you should have them at least like apologize and show some level of like change?
I didn't know it was I would have if I knew it was directed at him, which I took a person's word on it.
Real quick,
yes,
Geek Studios in the chat. I did.
Yeah, I said I should have done better and reached out to Geek Studios to get the full story.
Okay, so have you apologized to Geeks?
I do apologize to.
No,
Geeks,
I said
yes.
I'm just making sure because okay.
Right,
no, I already DM'd him. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
That's settled.
Now, in regards to Zeno, you said that you have unmodded him as of today, correct?
Yeah, and I don't know what else I'm going to do because, if believe me or not, he is my friend and he did a horrible thing and I don't like it and I don't want to be associated with it. And I told him that the night I found out. I swore at him and I said, if you do this type of thing again, I will fucking ban you. Okay, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about if you were joking or trolling. I don't want to be associated with this ever again. Okay. And then he was actually, whether you believe it or not, he was being a very good mod. He was linking stuff. He was actually doing really good the last few months.
Geek said something. Geek says put a comment. Could you highlight that maybe, Jarbo?
Yeah.
Thank you. Max did apologize. I'm good with Max on that. All right.
No, I
cool.
I obviously am not equipped to handle these situations. Can we agree on that? I can't do it.
Well, I hope you get better if you want to continue.
No, I have to get better, or I need to do this for my channel and
there's something like Max in this situation. You put yourself in the middle of it.
I didn't want it. You actually think that I wanted to, man?
No, I don't. What I think is that you went in with good intentions.
No, people brought this to me and jump in my stream, and I just let everyone come and go like crazy, and that can't happen anymore.
No, sure. What I'm talking about is a conversation with you, me, Brian, and RJ. Right? That whole scenario.
My intention was to stop, and I will be real, RJ. I think when I talk to you behind the scenes, it's like talking to a committee. I feel that's why I didn't give you a heads up when we were going to talk about, and I didn't give Matt a heads up on that meeting because I felt in my mind with like 2 hours sleep that weekend, and you could say I'm crying crocodile tears or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I had 2 hours sleep, and I thought if I give them a heads up, they're going to find another angle to come after me. So I just wanted to give you, and I was hoping that Matt would say, let's just stop all this because it does make everyone look bad. And I was hoping that would have been the result of that meeting. And then when you said I can't control what my friends do, when I feel like they were going channel to channel saying, you got to pick, Max is going to speak with Skywalker. He's going to talk with the Sill Nation. Yes.
Max, could you?
Based on what has been said to me by others, it's appeared as if you say that you felt that we were going to other people's channels to tell them to stop associating, but myself and Saki made public comments on live stream saying, please, don't stop associating with Max because of this drama. We actually said that on air. And not only that, but according to what I was told, you were going around DMing people.
I went to Jimbo. If that's where you're getting that from.
As far as
I went to Jimbo and I said, you should be careful around this certain stuff. You don't want to be associated with it either.
Okay, but did you go to people like Phil and Filter? Did you go to people like Devin or anyone else about this, Crazy Joe?
No.
So you never contacted anyone from the past who you felt like we pushed away?
Phil? Mm-hmm. Yes, I said, Phil, you're welcome to come on the channel because the only reason he wasn't welcome on the channel was you were there. Yes,
well,
I did.
Actually, me and Phil are fine. So
okay, I had no idea. Yes, I contacted Phil and I said, you're welcome here. Because I didn't think we're gonna have anything to do with each other anymore.
All right.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I think again, you realize even during that, I mean, you can feel that you talk to a committee, that's fine. I get that. But
no, I did contact Phil, and the only reason he wasn't on the channel is because of what he did to you.
I'm saying you could have just talked to me about it. And here's my other thing. And this is
how can I talk to you, man, when you have me blocked on phone and everything? How can I talk to you? And how can I talk to you after our last meeting with you and Matt, where you're in my interpretation, you're using it. I did not try to blackmail you, and that was not my intention.
I know.
I was trying to stop the shit.
What was your intention, Max?
My intention was to say how this makes everyone look bad. This is stupid. I don't want to be associated with fan wars anymore.
Okay.
I think you're making mistakes on the internet as well. That was my intention.
So if RJ and them didn't stop, were you honestly gonna go ahead and tell people that RJ said the N-word?
No. The worst I was gonna say was that there was accusations against him as well.
In what regard? You're going to tell people there was accusations that RJ said the N-word?
No, I wasn't going to bring that part up. That there's been bad behavior on that Discord, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it live.
Okay.
But okay.
So hold on. How was that relevant to the Zeno situation?
Because he said they also said things. This is where this is never going to end. Like
no, I'm asking you an honest question.
God.
No, Max,
if Matt does bad things,
this is why I don't want to talk
okay,
about this
guys,
stuff on a live stream.
one at a time.
Because then it brings everyone into this shit.
Okay,
None of this has to do with me.
All right. But hold on. What I think what we need to realize here is that, like, and I will I'm gonna say something, and I want you to see if you agree or disagree, Max. I think Max was saying, ultimately, he did not want this shit brought to his door because it had nothing to do with him. And so he thought
I should have been stronger on that. And I apologize for that too. I should have said, I don't want any to get involved. That's my...
And part of it also is a lot of people do chitter chatter behind the scenes, right? Comments get made in private DM groups that then get circulated around. That causes animosity. Things like that do happen. Now, Max, is it safe to say that in this scenario, you, in your mind, okay, so I can only look at it from that perspective, went to RJ with only the best of intentions?
Yeah, and at that point, it's fair to say, RJ, that I couldn't contact you through someone else. Is that fair?
And you can admit that your approach was just like, poorly thought out.
Real quick, to answer Max's question, yes, I did block you. That is true.
And I was told, not by you, that I think Matt told me that you blocked my phone number as well.
Didn't you undo that, RJ?
Yes, I did block his phone number. Yes.
All right. There we go. All right.
Okay. So sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts because we kind of went off for a second. Okay. The biggest thing I have to ask you, Max, is ultimately, and this is what very much confuses me overall, is, okay, why, when it came to the situation with Zeno, why is it that you needed proof for what Zeno said in regards to everything he said? But when it came to Zeno's accusations, it felt like you kind of just immediately were taking them as fact. That is what
I didn't take it as fact until I got confirmation in a way from Saggy backstage when she was saying that accusing me of and I don't want to bring her name into this, but it's already
happened. It's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah. When we had another backstage meeting, and I'm not doing these backstage meetings at all because it's you guys do know I'm just not doing these anymore because you don't have the full context, you don't have both sides. I can't remember everything. Yeah, but one of the times backstage when she was mad, she said I would give a free pass, or I excuse bad behavior, and I said, as from what I heard, you give passes, and then she did not like that, and she said, "Are you telling me what I can't give a pass to?" And I said, "No, I'm not, but you're the one accusing me of giving passes for bad behavior." So that was, in a way, a confirmation that part did happen, RJ, because it wasn't just your name. It was that we all said it in Discord.
Right, but do you understand the context for that entire thing? Would you like to hear the context?
No, I don't. I don't want to talk about it at all, really. But you're asking, yeah.
Okay. So I have no clue what Zeno told you, because Zeno is a frequent liar. Did you know that I told him something in private, and he used that against me to try and like slander my name in Sill's chat?
You've said things. You both have. To be fair, RJ, you've also said some things about him on streams and things too. It's pretty.
But as I've evidence from today, Max,
yeah. Yes.
I do have evidence to back up what I say.
Okay.
Yes, one case is far more severe than the other.
Okay. Right. Here's the thing with the context for that whole thing. Okay. This was in Saggy's very, very, very old Discord when all four of us.
Oh my God.
Okay. See, this is why I don't want to be involved. There's a reason I'm not in her Discords.
I also we don't need to drag up old shit. This is already well treaded, well established.
Okay.
Look, to summarize, RJ wanted to get into an edgy Discord. Saggy bullied him into saying the N-word with the A ending.
Yes.
RJ did it. That's it.
Can we move past this?
Let's move past this, because this
Max
is
apologize to RJ, and we can all move on and go about our business.
Yeah, I think most ground has been treaded upon here. RJ, is there literally anything else that you would like to hear out of Max?
I just want to know whether or not Zeno is going to be removed from your community. To be honest,
hold on.
I demodded him for now.
Max, it doesn't matter, RJ. It doesn't. It's Max's business. We're not in Max's business anymore.
Yeah.
What he does on his channel, it's none of our concern, right? That's the bottom line. You're not going back there.
I will give you the context. I decided to remove him as a mod today because again, from my memory, I said, "Did you direct this at anyone specifically?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay." And then the other stuff come up about a lot of bad activities in that Discord, and some other stuff that I haven't mentioned it, and I don't want to bring up.
Okay. Well, I
really don't want to bring up more shit. Okay.
Let me just say this, and that'll be the last thing when it comes to this Discord situation.
Yep.
Because Zeno lied to you, Max, about how we use that word, does that not put in doubt what he's also told you about other things? That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
No, H-Barts.
All right.
That's not going to happen. No.
Don't focus on the chat.
No, I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide.
I just wanted you to understand, Max, that the thing is like, if he's lied to you before, chances are he's been lying to you about other stuff as well. And I thought at least that when it came to me, you would trust me at least.
Yeah, as someone who knew nothing about this,
I understand you're hurt by that, RJ, but I got the confirmation.
But it wasn't a full confirmation. But
from Saggy, which she said when she flipped out that was all I needed. I'm like, okay, so this shit did happen, and I wasn't honestly. I knew when I demodded Zeno the first time. Okay, I knew, and then that you said something. I didn't know everything. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a shit show. I don't want to talk about this, and I never brought your name into it since the beginning. But you kept bringing it up.
I wasn't the only one, though.
No, okay. I know you weren't. You and your friends, Jimbo and Caden, kept bringing it up. And I said, I don't want to talk about this because there's more to it. And I said that. I said that consistently.
I understand.
And I said this
and
is
there was
stupid.
Other things, and there was other things brought up in terms of a doxing thing, which we don't need to get into because I don't want to talk about it. But I'm just
saying, thanks a lot, Matt, for that one. Too. I mean, because if we're going to throw stones here, it's exactly the same thing that happened. I have people calling me my real name now.
Okay, I thought we were throwing stones. I thought we were here for you to either apologize to RJ or not, move on.
We were very close to a resolution here. What else needs to be said? What else needs to be made right? Because I feel like
I said, my biggest thing is I just want Max to take some level of accountability.
I look, Max, I don't think that you should allow Zeno into your community anymore. I think that's like the lesson of all of this. That like a lot of the root of all this entire issue has come.
No,
back.
Do you want me to be extremely truthful right now?
Sure.
I am very. He is actually my friend, so this is really hard. So I have to really think about that.
I mean,
really have to think about.
You can stay. He can stay your friend in your personal life. But...
No, I know, he's constantly trying to be edgy, but we had a lot of good time. We talk on the phone all the time. We actually talk more than me and Matt used to talk. You know, I talked to all you people. I talked to Tony. We played games. I talked to RJ. You know,
if you talk to him regularly, man, then that means that you should be able to, like, keep in touch with him enough to see when there's some real change. And if
I
you
don't
see
know.
real change,
I
then
don't know what I'm going to do there. I honestly don't.
I think you know the responsible thing to do.
Yeah,
and it's until you see real change.
I'm not.
In the guy.
Listen, saying you're friends with someone that did something bad is not giving.
Well,
not
again,
giving them a
that's
pass.
where there has to be nuance, Max. Where it's
Yeah.
like you have to
Yeah.
separate your friendship from your personal career on YouTube.
No, it's true, man. Like, I would never tell you in a million years you can't be friends with somebody.
No, it's
But
hard for me.
I know, man.
All this is hard for me.
But Max,
I get
you have a responsibility, man.
I get too close to people.
As a
There you
creator,
go.
you have a responsibility.
I don't think it matters at this point. Again, and I'm not trying to be the asshole here, but I'll take that responsibility. Look, RJ, Matt, you're probably never going to go back on Max's stream. I'm never going to go back. So it doesn't fucking matter if Zeno's his friend, Ahmad is fucking the highest donor, whatever. None of that shit matters. All that matters is whether or not Max is going to take responsibility for what he said to RJ, for threatening, whether you will call it a threat, a blackmail, extortion, whatever you want to call it.
I perceived
either you recognize you did something wrong,
no,
or you don't recognize you did anything wrong.
Tony,
right?
I appreciate how level-headed you're being about and being fair to me on this. I really do. I am going to say I perceived I can't control what my friends do and all the other shit that happened with that whole context that whole week as a potential threat myself.
But Max,
so then I said, if this keeps coming up, I'm going to have to tell the truth.
But Max,
and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for saying that.
There you go, RJ.
I'm sorry for saying that because I did not want any of this on a live stream. I think this is a big shit show. I'm not happy at all. And I actually already moved on with movie talk and I made a mistake. I'll say one thing, RJ. I made like a slight jab on like a resident scooper, but that wasn't to bring up all our old shit. And that was another mistake. I'm like, okay, we're this far out that I can't even laugh at him being a scooper.
Well, look, Max, this was going to happen no matter what. There was going to be like some little thing that brought everything to boil. These emotions needed to be expressed.
Yeah. And again, I just want to set the record straight too, like, because a lot of things happened during that conversation. Okay. But if I'm not mistaken, you brought up the friends thing first.
RJ,
that is
let it go.
What friends thing?
Max,
no, I'll answer his question. What friends thing?
In regards to the reason I made that snarky back comment towards you, and I said, I won't say anything, but I can't control what my friends say, as you would say. That's what I said.
You were snarky.
I was snarky, but the thing is, I was only snarky about it because, from what I remember, and I'm running off of memory, you said,
I did say if this keeps coming up, I'm going to have to tell the whole truth, and you all look bad. You all look bad, not me. You all look bad.
No, I know, but Max.
And I didn't say the accusation towards you since the jump, and I knew it.
I feel like we've already been over this, and that it was a very gross miscommunication.
Yes, I'm just trying to make sure. Like, it's not like I made that comment out of nowhere.
RJ, it doesn't matter. He apologized.
Yeah,
you either accept his apology or you don't, and we can all move the fuck on from this.
I guess that's what it boils down to. Like, do you believe Max's apology to be genuine, and do you accept it?
All right, I'll do it again. RJ, I apologize because I love you, man, and I want you to have a great future. And I apologize that felt like that. That was not my intention, man. And I really wanted this shit to stop. And I went about it the wrong way, just like I went about it the wrong way with Ramla, man, because I do things and I try to do stuff. I'm not a good planner. I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. If I try to squash this behind the scenes, I fuck up. If I do, I don't want to talk this about a live stream. I don't want any of this on a live stream, and I don't want to be in any nerd wars anymore. I'm 41 now. I made resolutions at the beginning of the new year that I was going to get healthy and have a better relationship with my family and stop doing this stuff that doesn't matter. This stuff doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't.
All right, man. All right, man.
It doesn't.
Okay, Max.
All right.
RJ, Do you accept his apology so we can move the fuck on?
Yeah, it's fine.
No, not yet. It's fine. Say, I accept your apology, Max.
Actually, RJ, do you seriously, man?
No, it's fine. I accept it.
All right. That's good enough for me.
You can go to bed, Max. We're all done.
Thank you.
I'm not going to get sleep tonight.
What I was trying to say was, Max,
I'm not.
You should probably leave now, right now.
Yeah. Okay.
As we've all settled it.
Yeah. That's as much of a resolution as I feel like this is going to get for now. Thank you for coming on and talking to RJ. I wish you the best,
RJ. I do want to say one thing. Congratulations, if you on your future, if with other things going on. I don't want to get specific, but I'm glad to hear it.
You could say I'm graduating at the end of the month.
This is gonna be weird, but I might meet Tony. I don't know. Too many games, but I don't know if that's.
I do accept your apology, Max.
Again, all right, awesome.
Please try and make amends with everyone too. Not just
I can't.
Okay, now you're pushing it, RJ. Max,
I can't keep doing this.
Yes, just.
I can't. Okay. I honestly can't, and I am not equipped to handle drama behind the scenes.
That's
anymore.
what I'm saying, Max. Just end it now.
All right. All right. Bye.
One person at a time. Max.
This is my problem. I can't stop talking. Bye.
All right.
Bye. I wish you the best, everyone. Bye.
Have a good night, Max.
Night.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that could have gone way worse. So yeah.
Wasn't a complete shit show. I mean,
no, it was not. It really wasn't. That was not a complete shit show.
But,
it was a little bit of a shit show, not a complete one.
Are we all happy now? Can I go?
Yes, you can leave.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk about this, RJ. I'm gonna sign out and I'm gonna go to sleep. And when I wake up, I'm not going to hear that RJ and Matt and people were discussing and dissecting Max's apology, right?
No. I want to talk about the fucking actual secret invasion thing.
Yeah,
right,
no, I'm not saying shit, dude.
I know you. Yeah. That's why I said RJ. I directed it completely at RJ.
I want this to be the ending. No, seriously. Like, if no person in either one of these parties can continue to dredge this shit up, that's just your responsibility going forward. Please do not fucking dredge this shit up. Let's actually end it here and start talking about movies and TV.
You don't need to go on his show. You don't need to go in his chat. You don't need to be in his DMs. You don't need to nothing. You're done. You cut ties. You walk away. Everybody's copacetic and nobody's trying to kill each other. Right?
Yeah. All right.
Right, RJ?
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
All right. He's in your care, Matt. Please take care of the youngling.
The youngling.
Before we end this,
he's at least a Padawan.
Never mind.
What did Tony leave already?
No, I was just wondering if I should private the stuff now that it's done, or just leave it up.
No, I mean that's not gonna. Don't you think that'll make people well, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Just leave it and just never discuss it. That's it.
Yeah, it's just a part of fucking history now. It fucking happened. You know. It happened.
Just pretend like you're Germany and this is post 1942. Ain't nothing happened.
Yeah. I gotta get to bed too, but I want.
That's morbid, but okay.
I mean, that's they have a law. You can't even talk about it.
Talk about what?
Exactly. Nothing happened in 1942.
Yeah, sure. Actually, it didn't start. Wait. Why 1942?
Because that's when they lost.
No, they lost in 45.
Did they? Well, from 42
to 42 would have been wasn't that Pearl Harbor?
No. The European front lost in 42. The World War II ended in 45. That's when the Western front ended in Asia and shit.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought Hitler. Hold on.
Yeah, because we finished.
When did Hitler die?
Oh my god.
1945. He died April 30th, 1945. 10 days after his birthday, he died.
Wait. I thought. All right, wow, I fucked up.
He died in 1945. I'm like 1942. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, I thought. Damn,
I thought so too.
Yeah, me too. How did we both have that
Mandela effect?
Yeah, dude, maybe. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but all right. Yeah, 45. I get all right. Damn.
Yeah.
I just like how Matt was just like, "What did he?"
Let me Google when did Hitler die?
Yeah.
Because
who knows? Whatever. I'm out of here. RJ, behave yourself.
I'm fine. Right. Why do you think I'm going to cause trouble?
Yeah.
Why do I think the one who causes all the problems is going to cause all the problems?
I'm with Tony on this one, RJ.
You've already DM Saggy. I know that.
No, I haven't said nothing.
No.
I mean,
he's
Saggy,
erasing tweets. He's like, shit.
I like how we just went
Vacation,
from this
dude.
argument into
She's
Hitler
gone.
trivia.
She's on vacation.
Like,
I'm
now we're
out.
just getting a bunch of Hitler trivia in the fucking chat.
Yeah, apparently I'm incorrect about my assessment about how Germany treats World War II. Whatever. Have fun, guys.
All right, go to bed.
Secret Invasion sounds awesome, though.
It does. It does. Yeah, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. So, all right. Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you to Max getting that out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, I think we needed to. I mean,
I'm glad it was done.
Look, there's more probably to say on the subject, but we shouldn't.
Let's let it rest for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, look, it has the best outcome it's going to have, but we can just move the fuck on now.
Yep. I agree. 100%. Let's get to talking about media again. I missed that. You know?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got to address a couple super chats. Gailey here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll be in the chat though.
All right. Thank you, RJ. All right. Gailey here for $5 says it's the final countdown. Hopefully it is the final countdown. Hopefully it is final. Hopefully it is. H Barts for 5. Sorry, I'm still dealing with my cold, so I might have to cough quite a bit. It says, never wanted to cancel my membership or unsub for you, Max. Love watching your channel, but you drove me away. And the thing is, he knows that, H Barts. He does know that. And that is just a consequence of things that happened, unfortunately. But, you know, it's other than that, there's been a very interesting weekend media-wise.
Oh, no, definitely. And not a lot of people have been talking about it because we've been busy with this crap. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that. Like, and I spent last night just in bed, like, on my laptop, you know, messing around with some stuff and everything. And I was just like, because I've still been sick. It's been very hard to talk.
You feeling a little bit better tonight?
A little bit better. Yeah. It's, I also just drank another Rockstar, so I'm awake.
Oh my God. I don't, for a
they don't fucking hit me like they used to be fair.
All right.
It's kind of like, you know, when you like drink a lot of coffee in the morning, you're like, I need my 4 cups to get going. It's just kind of like that.
I usually do 1, but you know,
but you're also younger. You're not. You're like what? You're still in your early 20s.
Yep. I take my coffee black. Don't need any of that fucking sugar.
You take your coffee like you take your women anally.
Whoa. Yeah. Suspicious how you got that right. Anyway, moving on.
Well, you know, I've known you a while.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes,
proclivities come through in conversation.
How fucking long? Like 6 years now.
It feels that way. Yeah, it was.
2017, man. So
long time ago. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Ryan Hartwell here with the hardcore drinking had 2 cups of chai today. Ooh boy, is there a lot of caffeine in chai?
I've had chai a couple times before, but I can't speak to how much caffeine's in there.
Yeah. I mean, like if I go to Starbucks, I get a cold brew because a cold brew has like 450 milligrams of caffeine.
We don't have that Starbucks shit around here, man.
I don't care. Whatever you can get your hands on that has a lot of caffeine in it.
We got Dunkin' over here. That's what we got.
Oh, you got the Dunkies? Okay, I'm going to Google this real quick. What is the most caffeinated drink at Dunkies?
Wait, Donkeys? No one here calls it fucking Donkeys. You call it fucking Dunkin'. That's what you fucking call it. It's fucking Dunkin'.
Donkeys, man. It's Dunkies.
Donkeys. You're adding more like...
I am adding more. I can.
Yeah.
Donkeys. All right. So according to coffee at 3.com, the iced coffee at Dunkin' Donuts has a 297 milligram caffeine count.
So it's just a regular ass iced coffee?
I mean, well, I would say if you got a large, it would have more, but yeah, that's not as hardcore.
Yeah, it's not as impressive because like they don't have as a, you know, the names aren't extravagant as if you get at fucking Starbucks because they have their fucking fancy.
I want half mocha frappuccino with oat milk and goat sperm.
I feel like that's not even much of an exaggeration.
I guarantee you, there's a secret menu at Starbucks where they have like to thaw fucking cum.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's fresh squeezed.
It's fresh squeezed. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's been how they've been able to clear up the homeless population in San Francisco.
Oh, all right. Anyway, I see you got a super chat.
I'm just saying, think about that for a second, right? I'm just saying, if to some people out there, cum is a delicacy, and if you need to get fresh squeezed, you know, you're going to have a solid rotation. You can't just you can't pump that well repeatedly. You know,
perhaps bad phrasing, but we definitely need a little bit of a palate cleanser afterwards.
Yeah, there you go. Gaylid here says I'm going to set up a Josh versus Matt debate stream. Oh, with the Den of Nerds. Sure. I'm actually 100% on okay with that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would like to do that. Actually, I think it'd be pretty funny. Okay, Ryan here says chai is black tea, so it's caffeinated. Okay. I haven't. I'm pretty sure I've had it. I've had it like a chai tea latte. You know, I always feel though that after the whole like soy boy shit from like that's been making this, like ordering a latte now just like sounds kind of lame. You know, like
I've had a latte, but I don't even know what the fuck's in it. Like, what is there soy in there?
No, I think it's just like it's like a coffee and milk.
Oh, you think it's like you think like it has like sort of a soy boy reputation as a drink.
Yeah, it's all like I'd like to get a latte.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like predominantly chicks seem to drink them too. So,
I mean, like I said, I like to get a cold brew sweet cream vanilla cold brew latte, and that's usually my go-to drink of choice for Starbucks. I haven't had it in months because like they've raised it's like $6 for a latte, and I'm like, no, I'm way too cheap for that. I can go get a Rockstar for $1.50. Does what I needed to do.
Nah, dude, it's best taken black. You gotta take in those natural aromas and herbs. It's fucking.
It's better to get blacked. Is that what you're saying? Black.com.
You know, I didn't say it, but you know, people can pursue that if they want.
Oh my God. It is what it is, folks. It is.
Yeah,
what
it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is definitely a fun endeavor. It's, you know, look, you don't know, you're on Hollywood After Dark when we start talking about cum.
Yeah.
I missed your Adele chat. What did you do? Another one that I missed?
Yeah, it's a little ways up.
Okay. Hold on. I must have missed it. Sorry. I was, okay. He says here, never mind. I'll find someone like you. Adele.
Yeah. That song was really big when I was in fucking high school.
Yeah, no, I like Adele. I do. I like Adele.
I like her too. She's got a great fucking voice. Yeah,
dude,
talented.
like she's very talented. And then did you hear her get fat shamed when she lost all that weight? Or she got skinny shamed? Sorry, she got skinny shamed.
I was confused. I was like,
yeah, sorry. Like I know, I realized I said that wrong. Yeah, no, because she was a larger woman, you know.
Yeah.
Look good still, right? And then she like goes away and she drops like most of it. She comes back and like barely looks like her. And so all of a sudden, like all this is like, oh, Adele is back and she lost all this weight. And you're like, is that Adele? I can't even tell. And then like all these comments were like, she was fine the way she was. Why does she hate not being fat? Or why does she hate being fat? There's nothing wrong with that hashtag fat and healthy. I'm all like, in the back of my mind, I read all that and all I just keep hearing is Wilford Brimley's diabetes.
Yeah.
And I got type 2 diabetes for poor eating habits. So
no, and I get it. Like, you know, a lot of fat women probably found inspiration in Adele when she was, you know, the way that she was. But like, you know, just continue to find her inspiring because she lost all that weight in addition to being a great talent. Like, and you know, she looks way fucking better. Good for her. Like, you know, and I just feel like everybody else should see that as inspiration. Like, hey, maybe I should try to lose some fucking weight and start working out too. Not everyone, you know, can. You know, lose that much fucking weight, but you can at least fucking try.
I mean, like, if I had if I was making enough money, right, I'd hire a private trainer a couple times a month, you know?
Like, you don't need that shit, man, but
I think a lot, I'll tell you this, here's my thing. I think if what we should do as a nation, like literally, is subsidize gyms and have personal trainers be part of a health plan.
I'm very much on board with that. That's a pretty good idea. And the first time I've ever heard something like that. That's a good idea. Are you being serious?
I'm being legit serious. Because
that's a good idea.
Because for one, the corporate capitalistic side of gyms is always terrible. 24-hour fitness was just predatory as fuck. No, I go to Planet Fitness, right? I have a Planet Fitness membership. Let me clarify.
Me too.
I have a membership. I don't actively attend. All right. But it's like, why am I paying $160 a year to a company that like I just forget that I've got? And it's not just me, it's a lot of other people, and it's also just like timing to get there and stuff.
No, it's like the modern day like subscription fee culture. Like, it's crazy how many things are just like, you know, neutrally, like, that's probably not the right word, but just every single month, like reoccurring, like there's an income being taken out that people don't pay attention to. I've cut most of those lines out by now.
Oh yeah. I got a bill today from the furniture store where I bought my bed, and they're like, and I bought it back in 2018. I'm still paying it off. And it's like, you'll be done by June of next year. And I'm looking like, ooh, it's finally under $900. All right, cool. It was at 7,000 back in 2018. I bought a very nice bed. And then I am almost done with paying it off. And I'm like, I kind of want to upgrade. But
damn, you're already feeling that? Like, damn.
Well, because what I want is I want to have each side has the recline. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get that.
Because I like to sleep a certain way. My girlfriend, she has a different approach to it sometimes. And it's like finding that right balance. So it's like, if I want to sleep flat, like if I want to sleep on my side or whatever, or if I want to sleep with like my legs up, it's not going to bug her.
Yeah.
I
mean, I always saw like beds as kind of like an 8 to 10 year investment, but times are changing, like everything's seeming to like be built to not last as long. So,
well, I remember I remember when I was a child and I know
I'm saying that, and that's
no, but like Converse are just canvas and fucking plastic, like that's it, and like rubber and shit, right?
Yeah.
But you could get a pair of Chucks and it would last you easily 5 years.
Oh, shoes these days.
Nikes, dude. I bought a $90 pair of Nikes back in like 1999 because I dropped like a lot of fucking money on them. Mm-hmm. And like dude, I had a hole in the sole in like 3 months.
Oh my God.
And shit like that. Like now I wear Skechers because I just like Skechers.
Skechers, yeah.
But like I've had a pair of Skechers that I bought back in Vegas in 2016 that I still wear. I mean, they're mostly like they're like alternative shoes if I need them, but they're really nice. And they still work great. I like that. I've had them for 7 years now almost. And it's like,
damn, that's good. That's a good investment.
And they still last really well. Like, I like Skechers quite a bit, Anyway, so hold on here. Rational, $2 man asking, best robbery scene, Heat, Dark Knight, or The Town? I mean, I'm going to go with Heat, but like Dark Knight and The Town are definitely up there. Have you ever seen any of those movies besides Dark Knight?
Oh, wow. God damn it. No. I haven't.
No. Dude, you should. Okay, I'm not going to play it here because I totally get clapped. But like, no, go on YouTube after tonight and watch the robbery scene from Heat. It's fucking awesome.
And that'll get me hooked.
Oh, dude.
All right.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, Michael Mann directed.
Some talented people.
Dude, the fucking shootout scene and the robbery scene in Heat is legit good. So is The Town. The Town's a legit good scene too. And I really like The Town. Ben Affleck did a great job. I'm looking forward to seeing Air when I can. We got Shiny here for $10.69. Thank you.
Ooh, funny number.
Teehee, you said blacked. I did.
Yeah, that was said on air.
That might get me banned from certain chats. No, I'm kidding. Whoa. I'll just get made a mod.
All right.
I can make my jokes if I want.
Yes. It's your turn.
But it's all done. It's all done. Anyway, no.
Yeah.
I'll just say I don't know why Pornhub recommends me black.com because I'm just like not interested. It's not, I can't identify with that. It's not that I'm like against it. I can't identify with it. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't work that way.
Nah,
hard for me to like. It is. They're well shot. I will say this. Here's the thing: porn that is well like has a lot of good cinematography. I can really appreciate. Like you can tell when they shoot it on when they shoot with like a nice camera, a nice lens, and they have a decent director of photography, and he's able to get these nice like depth of field shots and these tracking shots. Like you can tell it's like a USC graduate that literally has no other option.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm going to fucking make this shit goddamn award winning.
See, here's the thing. I can appreciate that in an artistic way, but it's not, but I don't find it like, it's not hot. Like that shit's not, I don't like produced like.
Really? See, I do. Right?
Really?
Like, yeah, it's weird. It's like, it's weird. I think, you know why? I think I know why. Because like when I was younger, for me, it was like the first adult shit that I experienced and stuff, like video wise, was not well shot. Like the pornos you would find on VHS back in the day were just like, they were not.
I can only imagine how shitty those were.
Like it's very flat lighting. I mean, like it's just, there's no pizzazz to it. They don't really set the mood, so to speak. I mean, well, they did with story. See, they replaced cinematography with story. Now they don't really have story. They just have cinematography, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's all flash, no substance. Well, except at the end.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying there's like, there's a lot of, it's very interesting. Some stuff you see is like very well done, very artistic. And I always just appreciate when you try, it's like, but then at the same time, you're just like, all right, like, after like 2 minutes, like, fuck it, get to the good stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's in a weird place, and it's been in a weird place for the past decade because of the internet.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I need to go get some water because my throat is starting to dry up.
All right.
Hold on for 1 second. Just kind of read the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, another convo about.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
You know what you get when you come here. Okay.
Yeah, you know what to
expect. You get us talking about cum. All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
I'll hold down the fort. All right. What's up? What the hell's up, people? Man, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry that it was such a stressful night for all the fucking viewers. I wanted to say this earlier, but I just want to I know it's not my fault or anything, but I want to apologize to all the fucking viewers that you guys have been going through so much fucking hell. You guys haven't gotten to hear much movie talk. Hopefully, when Matt comes back, we'll be able to actually start up some Secret Invasion discussion, because I'm really interested in talking about that trailer. I actually have a lot to say, even though it wasn't that long. But yeah, no, I'm glad. One thing I can say is I'm really glad that Marvel's taken their time. I was a little bit concerned when they announced that they were going to be delaying their projects and spacing them out a bit, that they were not going to I was concerned that it wasn't going to actually show in the product. But with a trailer like this, it's at least putting a good foot forward, which I'm glad to see, and I hope they continue to do that. And I hope these delays are fruitful, genuinely.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought I muted myself.
Oh, well,
so you guys probably heard me coughing.
No, I didn't really hear much.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I thought I'd muted myself. I apologize.
Nope.
It's just stupid cold, man. It's like it's getting closer to the end, but it's like the mucus phase of it, and it's just terrible.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling better tomorrow, man.
I'm hopeful. I'm really, really, really hopeful, which is why tonight we're probably going to we won't go on for too much longer.
Yeah.
Am I coming? I mean, later? Anyway.
Okay.
I can't laugh too hard. No. But there was some interesting stuff that popped up. Obviously, you had the Dungeons and Dragons came out this weekend and did pretty well. Had about I think a $38 million opening here in the States. So that's pretty good. I hear a lot of good things about the movie. I don't know if you plan on seeing it at all.
Yeah, I want to check it out. Definitely.
So I want to see it in theaters. I was hopeful. I was gonna try to go this week, but I just I didn't want to go into a movie theater, especially post COVID. Yeah, and sit down and start coughing. If I had to cough during the film at all.
For a lot of people, it's not going to be a go out there and see it film, because I feel like that's for a lot of people becoming more and more rare. A lot of people are just waiting until it goes onto a streaming service. And honestly, I feel like something new like this, like the start of a potentially new franchise, has kind of a disadvantage in that regard. Hopefully it performs really well, on streaming services if a lot of people don't give it a chance. And I hope people do. And I'd like to, but it all depends.
I think what I think is that people are really going to, it's good word of mouth. I think it's going to be pretty good. Cause all the word of mouth on this is solid, but the other problem is that it runs up against Mario.
Yeah. And I'm way more interested in Mario. So that's,
I've already got my tickets. Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I'd probably be more certain about going out to see this, but it's rare that I'm able to go out and see a film. Because me and my friends aren't really in the mood for it that often, but we're going to see Mario instead.
Well, I mean, Mario, I'm seeing Mario in the early afternoon on Wednesday, because it opens on Wednesday, right? So it's they're not doing preview screenings on Tuesday. It's just legitimately opening on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think, right? I'm going to double check because I might just move my ticket.
I think this movie is going to be a massive success, and I think it's going to surprise people. I think it's going to surpass expectations, like genuinely.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think expectations are pretty high.
No, expectations are high, and that's because I still thought that this movie was going to blow people away when expectations were relatively low, but I've been maintaining this for quite a while. So now I think that expectations are closer to where things are going to be.
Yeah.
But I still think it's going to blow people's mind and going to be the start of something big.
Well, I mean, there's like a lot of there. The screening happened last night. They did the premiere, and so I saw this last night. Some of the reactions here. This is from Slash Film today. Super Mario Brothers movie early buzz, Easter eggs cooking in a shallow pan, which I think is a kind of a shitty title, to be honest with you.
What?
So, but because like what it is they're talking about some of the reactions. So they talk about Eric Davis here, who says, "Wahoo! Super Mario Brothers movie is the ultimate love letter to every era of Mario. Love the humor and especially Jack Black's Bowser. I felt the same way watching the movie as I do playing the games. It's just joyful. Also, stay for the credits, right?"
Oh, boy.
And there's been some complaints because like Eric Davis rarely ever says anything negative about a movie.
I mean, there are some people like that who are very positive towards most things, and they try to look towards the positives. It's not always necessarily indicative of them being disingenuous.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with like looking towards the positive. But yeah, you're right. There are people out there that are just like, oh, yeah, he liked it again.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's not always like a disingenuous thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you got Tim Geddes here saying Super Mario Brothers movie was awesome. Teared up from hype more than once. The music is a star of the show. Nintendo fans are going to be obsessed. I'm not sure any movie in history has had this many Easter eggs and good ones.
Yeah, I gotta say, the music in the trailers has been standout, blowing me away. Like, actually, as someone who I've played almost every like mainline Mario game, and even some of the side, quite a lot of the side ones are referenced too, and I'm really impressed by the soundtrack and the visuals, but especially the soundtrack. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like when I was watching the trailer and you hear the menu music from Super Mario World in the trailer.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know that sound. I know where that's from. I know what's going on here.
Definitely,
Hell yeah, baby. So there's a lot there. It's gonna be pretty cool. Let's see. This guy Andre here says it's utterly delightful thrill ride that is just as joyful as it is magical. It's a movie that is for Mario fans first, and despite a somewhat shallow narrative, is a blast. Nearly moved me to tears seeing Mario realize so beautifully. What I love about this, they go, despite a somewhat shallow narrative. Have you ever played Super Mario Brothers?
Look, a Mario movie is always going to have a bit of a shallow narrative.
Yeah, it's Mario goes to the Mushroom Kingdom, so it's a fish out of water type story. Mario has to fight Bowser.
Yep.
In this particular case, it's Luigi that becomes the damsel, and Mario has to save his brother, which has far more of an emotional impact on just character development and everything else than Mario being like, "Hey, go get the princess,"
Yeah.
Because you're like what I'm waiting for is like, oh, he's in another castle. Like that's the joke is going to be in there.
Oh, there's going to be a joke like that.
Tons of stuff there. I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be fantastic. And it's looking like 125 million for the first 5 days, which I think it could actually do more than that. I think because you got spring break starting this week, and at least here in my area. So you got spring break, and then you're going to have, like they're doing full multi-theaters screenings. So they're expecting this to be big because you're not only going to pull out kids, you're going to be pulling out parents who are like, yo, I want to go see this fucking movie. I was playing Mario back when I was a kid. So, and like the people who love the original 93 movie, which is also, by the way, hitting 30 years this month. So it's like there's a 30th anniversary of that movie, and they should be doing screenings of that this week, if you want my honest opinion.
Damn,
they should have.
Yeah,
they should have done
that'd be interesting.
Because I would love to go see it again. I love the Mario Brothers movie.
Can you? There'd have to be limited screenings. Can you imagine if like kids were like, "Take me to see the Mario movie. Take me to see the Mario movie," and they go to see that movie, And then they're like, "What the? I thought this was supposed to be Illumination."
Yeah. What? Who's? Yeah.
What the hell?
What's going on? Why is Yoshi look like a dinosaur from Jurassic Park?
Yeah, trust the fungus. What the fuck? No thanks.
Yeah. Right, trust the fungus. Didn't I just watch The Last of Us? That was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's bad timing, Jen.
I know, right? And I made that joke on Twitter, and then like somebody else, like a couple days later, made the same joke, and I'm just like, they got a lot more attention than me, and I'm like, you bitch, you motherfucker. You can't do shit about that as Twitter, right?
Oh,
I mean,
no.
hell, even Elon Musk has openly admitted to just stealing memes.
Yeah, he's a meme thief.
He is a meme thief, and he's open about it. I steal memes. What you gonna do about it? I'm gonna shut you the fuck down because I own Twitter.
Yep. No one will know if you get shut down.
Yeah. Ryan here says a Fathom events for Super Mario Brothers movie would be interesting. It absolutely would. I would love to go see it. I would love to watch it again because I saw it opening weekend when that movie dropped back when I was 11 years old. You know, I remember when it ended and it was like you have Princess Daisy like Mario, Luigi, I need your help. And you're like, oh, hell yeah, dude, Mario Brothers 2 can't fucking wait. And then never happened.
When did that film come out?
1993. April 1993.
Did not exist for 5 more years. So.
Yeah, so you didn't, like, the thing was, like, again, like, the movie, people like to bash on it, but it's like, no one I know, it's like, in my circle of friends growing up, no one hated Mario Brothers. Nobody hated Howard the Duck. You know, movies that, like... No, nobody. It's like they like them.
Wait, then why didn't it get a sequel?
Because, I mean, not enough people liked them.
Oh.
But also, I think that when it came to the Mario Brothers movie, there was a lot of issues with the making of it. Like, they ran out of money. And
I didn't know that.
Like, yeah, they shot it in some, like, weird, like, industrial thing. Like, I want to say, like, South Carolina. To build like the Dinotopolis or whatever the fuck it was called.
Dinopolis,
yeah, or whatever it is. Sorry, and it's just like all that craziness that like went into that movie, and it's like even Bob Hoskins like hated working on it. John Leguizamo was openly admitted to being drunk while filming it. Like it was just a bad thing. There's actually an extended cut of the movie that does exist. It's called because it was directed. By Morton and Jankel. I think it's a husband-wife combo. And there was an extended cut called the Morton and Jankel cut. And it was discovered a couple of years ago and it made its way to archive.org. So it's on archive.org. I should do like a member stream where we watch that shit.
I have a prediction. I think the fucking one of the after credit scenes for the new Mario movie might actually be a reference to how the original one ends, but they'll actually fall off the cliffhanger. Could you imagine that shit?
I have a feeling it's going to open the door to Smash.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
And I said that years ago. When Smash 4 came out. I was like, Nintendo should do a Smash Brothers cinematic universe. Have an animated film for Mario that opens the door for all of it.
Yep.
You know, and then you have a Smash tournament movie be like the culmination of that. I don't know what the story would be. I'd have to whatever. But I thought about that. That would be great. So
step aside, cape shit.
Yeah. You know what, man? At this point, fuck it. Like no one wants to fight over how good a Mario movie is. They're just excited that one exists.
There's so much positivity and excitement about it. Despite there being trepidation to begin with.
Well, there was trepidation for Sonic, because of the original trailer. And then Sonic came out and was also a good movie.
Very true.
And so that had a lot of goodwill. And then of course, Ugly Sonic got redeemed. Have you seen Rescue Rangers?
No, I've seen clips from it, but no. I've never seen it.
You got to watch the whole goddamn movie, dude.
Well, you think that's good? A lot of people who I respect the opinion of said it was terrible. So
what? Chippendale Rescue Rangers?
Yeah.
Like who? Who said it was bad?
Oh man, it's been a while since that came out.
Because they're fucking dumb.
The way you think they're stupid.
Dude, the movie opens. The movie. Okay.
I one off the top of my head, I think LS Mark.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Fuck him. All right. You could even tell me Roger Ebert himself could come out of the grave and be like, it sucked. Thumbs down. And I'd be like, get back in the grave, you bitch. Your time has passed. No, dude. Okay, like even the opening of the movie, no, not the opening, but like in the first couple minutes of the movie, they have a Tenacious D song in the movie, and it's "Friendship," which is like what, track 9 from their first album or whatever that came out 20 years ago. And I'm watching the movie, and all of a sudden it's like they're walking away, and I start hearing like, "Friendship is rare. Will you hand me that shotgun, buddy? Also that chair." You know? And it's like, "We're fighting a bear, and our life's in great danger, and we don't even care." It's like, you put Tenacious D in this movie, and it's not just Tenacious D. Like, literally, think of it like this. It's literally Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2. It's like that, right?
I mean, animation is good though.
Yeah, man.
Wait,
Because
genuinely, because I've only seen certain clips and it didn't seem as visually, because that's Matt. You're talking about one of the most visually stellar films of all time. I would dare say. At least
look here. Okay, like back then though, that was using both Looney Tunes and Disney. Yeah. All right, and they are able to make it work. This movie pulls in characters from other franchises and other studios.
But
literally,
is it more than just the spectacle though? Like
what it does is in one case, yes. In one case, yes. And that of course is Ugly Sonic. Ugly Sonic from the original trailer of Sonic the Hedgehog that everybody hated is in Rescue Rangers and is a bit part, but has an important part to play. And so you're watching the movie and all of a sudden there's Ugly Sonic and you're like, wait, what? You did Ugly Sonic? And they call him Ugly Sonic. Like literally playing up the joke that he is a failed star relegated to going to conventions to sign autographs and take pictures. Dude, there is a Beavis and Butthead reference in the movie. Fucking Ben Affleck's Batman is referenced in the movie. I'm not kidding. It's not only that, it's a good movie. It's a solid. It's from the Lonely Island guys.
Everyone in your chat, almost everybody here is telling me to go see it.
Dude, so good.
That's crazy.
It's so good. It's like, it won an Emmy for like best original streaming movie or whatever.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And so it's a good movie. It's Andy Samberg, and John Mulaney. You know, you've got like J.K. Simmons as a voice. Seth Rogen plays like 4 characters. I won't say which ones. Will Arnett is in it. God, there's like a ton of stuff, man. It's so good.
A ton of stuff.
No, seriously, like it's so good. Just go watch it. You got Disney Plus, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, go watch it. Soon as you're done here tonight, go watch it. It's short.
All right.
And then you'll text me. You'll be like, "I watched it. God damn, you're right." I'm like, "God damn right, I'm right."
Wow, yeah, you're right about it.
No, it's
I'll go in with an open mind, okay? I'll go in with an open mind.
Look, Tails here says, talking about it makes me want to see it again. Yeah.
I think Geek sent in a...
Yeah, I got to pull. I thought I had that pulled up.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Okay, let me go and find that. I thought I had the thing popped up. I do not know. Anyway, yeah, there's still stuff to get to tonight. Obviously, we got to get into the Secret Invasion crap, and there's one other thing I want to talk about. All right, let's see here. Geek says, will we get a second Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers? Boy, that end credit scene was phenomenal. I know, Geeks. And by the way, thank you for being a Prime member for 2 months. Appreciate that. I like I said, it won an Emmy, and I think a lot of people watched it. And so I'm really, really hopeful that we are going to get a second one. I just don't know if that's going to happen or not. I haven't heard anything yet. It's entirely possible that, Bob Chapek might be trying to scale things back a little bit. Sorry. So, there's, Maverick says here, you're going to need to update us on that one. All curious how Anna will like Rescue Rangers. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Anna will like Rescue Rangers. It's it is a movie for fans. I just wanted more like more Disney Afternoons reference. That's what I wanted, but you know, it is what it is. What did I say? Yeah, Bob Iger. Sorry. It's it's been a long day. It's been very much a long day. You guys might be starting to hear it in my voice a little bit. That's just the unfortunate side.
All right,
of it.
I'm back.
Cool. So, yeah, we're talking about like, you know, whether or not the movies are going to get made. Not too sure. However, just kind of moving on a little bit here. There's a report now saying that Marvel Studios will start reducing its movie output, which you know what? I'm a fan of Marvel, but I'll say this, that's probably for the best.
This plays very well into what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I mean, this is probably a good thing. I'm a little bit skeptical that this will translate to quality necessarily. I still do believe that even if they reduce their output, it depends by how much, right?
Well, yeah, again, if everything is really good, no one's going to care how much of it is, you know. But the problem though is maintaining that across a multitude of projects, you know, and it's like, it takes a while.
There's only so many directors in Hollywood, and only so many of them want to work with Disney. So even though there's a lot, they can't, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot they can do, but.
Well, I mean, it's also like, according to, you know, some people that like Kevin Feige and the recently fired Victoria Alonso would kind of like pre-direct the movie before the cameras even rolled. You know, they have all the visual effects artists design everything, and then the director just goes in and kind of shoots around it.
Really takes the directing out of being a director, you know?
Well, but then again, you look at something like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and that was remarkably Sam Raimi. There was a lot of Sam Raimi-isms in that movie, and those are the things I really loved about the film. I enjoyed the movie in general, but
he is such a bold director that it would be almost impossible to entirely drown out such a creative, you know.
Well, did you see Oz the Great and Powerful?
No, I never saw that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he went off of doing Spider-Man 3, and then he followed it up with Drag Me to Hell, which is like a PG-13 horror movie. It's not bad. Not my favorite Raimi movie. But then he did, Oz the Great and Powerful for Disney. And it's just like, I just, I was like, okay, I didn't really care for it too much. But, and then it's like after that, this is the Doctor Strange was the first movie he had directed. I think he had directed a couple episodes of Ash versus Evil Dead. And then he also did produce a show for Quibi.
Okay.
Called like 50 Stages of Fright or something. Funny thing is about that, right? Funny thing about Quibi real quick. So I was one of like the only people that kind of actively supported the concept. And I even paid for it. And I still think it was a good idea, but where they fucked up was by not having it available on other apps, right? By not having, if you would have had Quibi on PC, on your Roku, on your, whatever, TV, whatever, right? You had the app for it, you could watch it and then move it over to your phone. And to continue watching it, you would have opened up your base.
Very true.
But having it regulated to the phone at the start of the pandemic just killed it because people weren't commuting. So there was no reason to have it. And I'm like, at this point, and they still whatever. But they shuttered the company, lost a lot of money, but they sold all of the properties over to Roku. And Roku has actually been developed, like has been producing more of these shows. Like Kevin Hart did a show on Quibi called Die Hard. And so they just did a sequel, Die Hard 2, Die Harder.
So wait, some of these shows on Quibi actually did continue on?
Yeah, Reno 911 actually had a show on Quibi, and that's now over on Roku.
How do you think that it would have done if it launched, let's just say like this year? Do you think it would have been successful?
I mean, now that people are going back to work in their community again, it would have definitely been something different. I think it would have had a better shot. The quality of stuff they actually put out was pretty decent. Some of the shows are pretty funny. They actually shot movies and they were chopping them up into specific episodes. They actually had a really interesting thing where they did the entirety of The Princess Bride, but they had other actors replay the different roles. and they all shot it from their home during the pandemic.
That's interesting. So they did try to adopt to it in some ways, or adapt to it.
Yeah, I mean, like they tried doing a couple things, and it just unfortunately didn't work out very well. And everything else on which that part really kind of sucks. I would love to have seen it here. I'll just the whole thing is here. I'll just bring this up real quick because we're talking about it.
All right.
So it's called Home Movie, William Goldman's The Princess Bride. And so just, I don't know if it's all copyrighted or whatever, but I'll kind of skip ahead here. So there's Zazie Beetz as Princess Buttercup. And then, you've got, Rainn Wilson as Fennec. Let's see.
The country across the sea, the sworn enemy of Florin. Go! Once the horse reaches the castle, the fabric will make the prince suspect that the Gildarians have abducted his love. When he finds her body dead on the Gilder frontier, his suspicions will be confirmed.
We never said anything about killing anyone.
I have hired you to help me start a war. It is a prestigious line of work with a long and glorious history.
I just don't think it's right, killing an innocent girl.
Am I going mad? Or did the word think just cross your lips? I did not hire you for your brains, you hippopotamic landmass.
I agree with Fessy.
The sot has spoken. I will kill her myself. And do not forget this, never forget this. When I found you, you were a slobbering drunk who couldn't even buy brandy. And you, friendless, brainless, helpless, hopeless. You want me to send you back to where you were? Huh? Unemployed? In Greenland?
Isn't this great?
This is certainly something.
Farce. I think he likes to scream at us.
Probably he means no harm.
He's really very short on charm.
You've a great gift for rhyme.
Yes. Some of the time.
Enough of that.
I'm literally eating popcorn right now.
Fezzik, are there rocks ahead?
If they are, we'll all be dead.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Anyway, they did the whole movie. Like this. And this was all, they released it chunk by chunk. It was a ton of different celebrities. Seth Rogen.
What happens that your friend here is mostly dead. There's a big
Wait, this is the whole movie, yeah.
The whole movie. They did the whole movie, shot it on cell phones. You got, who is this here? I don't know, got a Muppet. John, who is this? Who's this is?
After I kill Count Rugen.
That doesn't leave much time for the old dilly-dallying.
You just wiggled your finger.
Wait, who's that? Who's that?
That was Taika Waititi.
I know, yeah. That was Taika Waititi.
John Malkovich as the preacher. I mean,
damn, yo.
Is that Charlize Theron?
And do you, Princess Buttercup?
Man and wife. Say man and wife.
Man and wife.
Escort the bride to the honeymoon suite.
He didn't come.
Anyway, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. And Keji here says, this is amazing. I didn't even know someone preserved this at all. Now it just gives me hope that a lot of the other content was preserved as well, especially in portrait mode. The way they did portrait mode on Quibi, the reason why it was fascinating was because of it actually it was pretty dynamic. The technology that because they shot it all in fucking widescreen, right? But then the technology that they used was actually relatively dynamic for how portrait mode would work. It didn't feel, as you were watching it, didn't feel like you were watching something punched in. That makes sense?
I don't know. Because I never used it, so I can't even conceptualize. I don't get what you mean by that, if I'm being entirely honest.
Sure. What I mean by that is where it's okay, if you watch a movie, if you were to watch something in 9:16, right? So in portrait mode.
Yeah.
but it's like a movie shot in 16:9, but now it's in 9:16. So the camera is like literally just in the center of that.
So how does it not feel like cut off?
Because the way it works is like it would actually kind of dynamically shift to where it would shift the perspective that you see when you're watching it in portrait. So if you watch it in landscape, it would just look like a 16:9 show.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you were watching it in portrait mode, it would be like one character talking, it would punch in on their face. And then the next character talks, it would, even though the shot was the reverse shot, like that you would see in the landscape mode, it would still dynamically show you their face.
That's intriguing.
It was really intriguing. Because like the way I viewed it, the way I was always kind of looking at Quibi was like, if you're taking a shit, you can just watch it on your phone while you're taking a shit, right? And or you're on the train when you're going to work or whatever, because look at, this was, by the way, this is before TikTok blew up as big as it did. Back when when TikTok was, I think, either just starting to be known as TikTok or when it was still Musical.ly. But vertical video was really frowned upon in 2020. Even when I went to VidCon in 2019 or 2018, and I went to the IGTV launch panel. They had literally just launched IGTV, and the guy at the panel from Instagram just goes, "The future of video is vertical." And like everyone in there kind of chuckled at his ass, right? And like, the meme of the guy that's like the blinking and looking off to the side, like what? You know that meme?
Yeah.
The gif of that guy doing that. That guy was sitting right next to me. Literally, it was him sitting right next to me on the when I was in the panel. But he was probably doing the very similar expression of, "I'm sorry, what are you saying? The future of video is vertical? What? What are you talking about?" Now, I mean, look at how popular TikTok is. It's like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. They all want to copy vertical video. Vertical video is in some ways taking over, in some ways for social sharing. So Quibi, if Quibi would have launched now, it would have been tied into TikTok. And I think, sorry, go ahead.
What's a scary thought? Like the idea of like a vertical oriented television. Can you imagine like if that ever became a thing?
Well, it would, it could become a thing depending on like, okay, if you go back and you watch Demolition Man, right? I know that's an odd reference to make, but that movie is now like 30 years old, which is so wild because it's still one of the best movies ever made. But there's a scene in the movie where he's in the bathroom and like the mirror or like the TV, the monitor turns on. And it's like a topless woman calling her boyfriend, like wrong number and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like people would communicate like that. People would communicate like, and I think that with the way our cell phones are established, the 9:16, the portrait mode.
People are more used to a portrait mode at this point.
Yeah, they've been conditioned to heavily to heavily use it, and that's where I think if Quibi would have come out now, it would have had the TikTok competition, but it also would have had the TikTok boost of like, oh, it's something that was made for the TikTok crowd, and they could have marketed, and they had shows that would have been marketed to the TikTok crowd. I just think that the most original thing that they did was that remake of The Princess Bride. And also some of the other content on there was really fun. So again, it's like, it's a failed experiment, but I think it just came out at the wrong time.
They didn't have enough content for normies is a big thing, I think, too.
Well, it was a lot of genre content. You had a show where, Caitlin Olsen from Sweet D from It's Always Sunny and Will Forte are a husband and wife combo that want to get into doing the like HGTV fixer-upper shows.
Oh boy.
And they end up like both losing their job, and they decide to buy this like piece of shit rundown home out in the middle of like the desert, right? With the rest of their money. And they shoot a video. They shoot a pilot episode wanting to renovate the home to sell to like whatever the HGTV equivalent is. And when they're breaking down a wall, they discover like $100,000 in stashed drug money. So when they finish the home and the house looks great, the drug dealers come back looking for the money. And they find them there. And so instead of killing them, the guy goes, "Hey, I really love your artistic style. I'm going to bring you with me to Mexico. I want you guys to design my house." So they get kidnapped and taken down to South America or to Mexico, where they end up having to work for the cartel to become interior designers for this guy, who then starts to pimp them out to other people who like their work as well. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Yeah.
It was pretty funny. There was a lot of, Quibi had some good shit there. And I just, I always like in ways that kind of are inventive for showcasing media, and I think that they really were onto something cool, but now you can find all that shit on Roku, I think.
Yeah, I hope they're able to get some, return on their investment for at least the technology. Like maybe they can sell off that, that tech.
Well, it was Jeffrey Katzenberg who created DreamWorks, who was behind it, and I think he lost like a couple billion on it. I think so.
Oh my god,
it was a lot. He spent a lot of money. He was trying to like outspend. He was trying to like rapidly catch up to like Netflix and stuff, and they were only charging like $6 a month.
That's it's kind of what you got to do as a new service these days.
Yeah. And again, it just came out like during a pandemic. And again, they did like, it wasn't like they announced it during the pandemic. It was just like they'd already had it. Yeah. Like it was already in the making, and then they just got fucked, so it is what but again, the biggest problem, if they would have had it on PC, or they would have had it. There's also another show on there where it's Anna Kendrick, right? Anna Kendrick. And she ends up finding her boyfriend's sex doll. And her boyfriend is Dan Harmon.
All right. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, okay, sorry. Her like, when I say her boyfriend is Dan Harmon, I mean like the character is named Dan Harmon, played by Donald Logue, who was in like Blade and the show Grounded for Life and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But the girl who wrote the show was really Dan Harmon's girlfriend, and it really is about Dan Harmon's real life sex doll. Dan Harmon the co-creator of Rick and Morty and Community, had a real life sex doll that he had before he met this woman, because he's into feet shit apparently. But like in the show, the doll comes alive just like through speaking, and so Anna Kendrick ends up like becoming friends with the doll, and like they go on adventures.
April Fool's Day was yesterday, Jarbo.
Oh no, it's a real fucking show.
Okay, all right, yeah, man. What weird things about Dan Harmon? I'll shuffle that into the folder. All right, yeah. I mean, hey, it's
No, I'm just trying to find the name of the show here, because it's what's it called? Anna Kendrick sex doll. Oh, it's called Dummy. Yeah,
it's called Dummy.
The show was called Dummy. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you the trailer real quick. It's only a minute. It's only a minute long, and then we'll go and we'll check out the secret invasion one. Okay, sorry. And all right, there we go. So yeah, this is called Dummy.
Dumbo.
What is this? Glitter? Are you cheating on me?
I have a sex doll.
You what? I'm having a nervous breakdown. My boyfriend's sex doll is talking to me.
But I have news for you, babe. We're all sex dolls until we topple the patriarchy.
That's great. You're a feminist sex doll.
I think she represents a part of you that wants to heal you. Embrace her.
I have pee anxiety. Can you,
Who is that?
He's like 14.
So, I'm 7. A fun-loving sex doll and our human friend taking on the world together. I think that would make an amazing story.
We're gonna be the best feminists that were ever feminists.
Jarbo.
That's a real show.
That's not selling me on it. I'm not gonna be entirely disingenuous with you.
It's actually pretty solid. It's actually pretty good.
So we got like sex doll Pinocchio. What's next? Fucking Woody Shaftpecker.
I mean, there's a lot of different stuff there. A lot of different things.
All right. Well, I'm not. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on that one.
Well, Geeks here says I watched this today. It was hilarious.
What?
It's free on Roku. Yeah, they got all the Quibi stuff. Yeah,
it does cost one thing, my time.
You're young enough.
What? Yeah, I got time to spend.
Yeah, you're like I got time to watch shitty shit.
Yeah. Wow.
There we go. How it works, right?
Yep.
Anyway, so we did get a member chat from Isaac, who's been a matinee member for a month. Thank you. Says, if Elemental flops, will Pixar be streaming only? Man, maybe.
Wow, that's sad to say, isn't it?
Well, I mean, the way I view it is like this. I think if Pixar can do its shit, Pixar, okay, here's what they have to do. They have to come out and say, Elemental will not be available on Disney Plus for like 4 months. You know what I mean? It's gotta be like off Disney Plus. Like you cannot tell, it's like Avatar will not be on Disney Plus until like July.
Yeah.
And the digital just came out. Yeah, the digital just came out and the home video release comes out pretty soon.
But like when a movie doesn't perform well early, it seems like they make that call after the fact. And then they're like, all right, this thing's not performing, and then they cut it down before it could potentially, reach a better endpoint.
Well, I mean, to be fair, yeah, there's that, but I mean, look at like Shazam Fury of the Gods. That thing is going to be on PVOD in 2 weeks, and it came out 2 weeks ago. Cocaine Bear is already on PVOD.
That movie fucking flopped a fat one.
No, it actually did okay, but Universal's got this release strategy where it's like they just pump them out in theaters and then they pump and dump them on home video.
Pump and dump.
They know, but it works in the case. Look, Puss in Boots. Okay, I think that was the best animated movie of last year, hands down.
The best animated film in a while.
It was so good. But they was out in theaters a couple weeks later, dropped it on PVOD, and the movie still did very well up against even Avatar. Like we're talking like top 3 for weeks against
That's
Avatar.
Crazy. Such an underdog too.
Yeah, and it's like, man, goddamn, and then I didn't see it in theaters. I kind of regret that, but I've watched. I got it on home video, and we've watched it. I can't even tell you how many times we've watched it. I showed my kids the Trolls 3 trailer that came out the other day, and they're really excited to go and see it because they like Queen Poppy and Branch. So it really, and like my daughter is hyped for Mario. She's like, when are you taking me to go see Mario? And I'm like, I'm going to go see it first just to make sure. Because I'm sorry, I'm not going to have my first experience, sullied by a 5-year-old asking me questions all the way through.
Hey, that film's going to blow minds, man.
It's going to blow minds. Yeah, it's going to blow minds, but we're going to probably go do that, before the end of spring break. So, all right. Let's see here. Blargan says Puss in Boots is my top 3 favorite movies for last year. Yeah, man. Ralph's Double Titzer says Cocaine Bear made back its budget. It did.
Big compliment.
But yeah, as for Elemental, man, Pixar it's kind of in a wild place with that. Like,
they better not fumble that bag.
Elemental looks good, but it's, there's a reason why Bob Iger is like, we're going back to the well, why we're doing another Toy Story movie.
They think they need something that's consistent.
Yeah, I think I actually feel like they are offering, I think it's going to be a very Buzz Lightyear centric Toy Story.
I mean, they did barely any Buzz Lightyear in the 4th one. So.
Well, and his characterization was not very good.
But like, well, here's the thing. Do you think they'd be willing to do that? I know this is. I'm trying to think like a studio, and they probably would look at Lightyear and be like, Buzz Lightyear can't carry a film.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear can't. No, Buzz Lightyear on his own, if the character was more like, how he was in, because I always feel like they've kind of let, but like Woody has always been the star of Toy Story.
Yeah.
And each of those movies is about Woody finding his identity. It really
it's about
is.
Woody's arc most of the time.
Yeah, it's always been Woody's arc. Like because in the first one, him and Buzz go odds. He has to learn to identify as to share, right? And then the second one, it's about him discovering that he is a very rare toy that stems from a very old and popular toy line, and having to come to terms with that, right? Do I be a toy or do I, preserve myself, sort of thing? And then in the third one, it's him saying goodbye. Him trying to hold on to Andy, but then ultimately realizing that like his family is his friends, and and being with them and getting them to a place where they're going to be played with. And then the fourth one is just like he's holding on to Bonnie because he's not willing to let go. He doesn't want to let go of the of being the toy. And then he discovers that he discovers like love, right? Like he rediscovers love, so to speak. I don't know what they're gonna do with this next one. I would love it if it's like Bonnie gets old enough and decides she outgrows her toys, and so they all go to try to find Woody. Because what else would you do at that point? Yeah, what else would you do at that point? You would just like, all right, yeah, let's try to go see what he's up to.
They really need to like. I would not mind walking back of the where Toy Story 4 left the cast, because having everything fractured, it just Toy Story 3 just had such a neat little bow, and if anything gets to have a fucking happy ending, it's fucking Toy Story. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just let it be a feel good fucking franchise. That's mostly what it's been. Like, there's trials and tribulations, but in the end, fucking things turn out well. It's a fucking kids movie, and it should be fun.
Well, they also did what is it? They did 2 half-hour films, short films. They did Toy Story of Terror, which is excellent. It takes place in a hotel, in a motel. They're all there with Bonnie and her mom, and it's a rainy, dark night, and the toys start going missing. And then they also did Toy Story That Time Forgot, which is Buzz, Woody, and Trixie, and Rex all go over on a play date with Bonnie to this other kid's house, and this other kid, his parents buy him every single toy, right? But they also got him video games. So they go into the toy room, and there's all these like not Raptidon, but like dinosaur type toys that have not been played with yet. So they're feral. So they don't know that they're toys. They think they live in a society. And everything else.
The Joker story arc. I see.
Kind of, yeah. But they're really good. They're also on Disney Plus. They weren't on Disney Plus originally, but they finally got on Disney Plus, and they're great. And there's also a ton of little short films that they did, that are with the crew at Bonnie's house, and it's good stuff. And you're just like, I would like to see them instead of continuing after 4, go back to when they get to Bonnie's. But again, with Don Rickles and Estelle Warren. So Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head having died. That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Because you can't replace Don Rickles. I'm sorry.
No.
It's just not going to work. It's just not going to happen. But all right, there. Got a couple here from Gaily. Man, thank you. It says, I think Victoria with Victoria out, I believe more good things will happen at Marvel. Saw the report that Kevin and her were starting to hate each other. I mean, Kevin definitely didn't protect Victoria Alonso, but there also wasn't much Kevin could do. So, and if she did, breach her contract, then yeah, she was going to get yeeted. So we'll have to wait and see how her lawsuit pans out. Also, sorry, Gaily here. Thank you. Says, I'm pretty excited about Matt Shakman helming Fantastic Four and Sean Levy directing Deadpool 3. Yeah, those are some good directors. Hold on, I got a cough again.
Jarbo's coughing, folks. We got a cougher on our hands. Yeah, Toy Story is still going. They announced quite a few sequels recently. Toy Story 5, Zootopia 2. There was one other one I'm forgetting about.
Frozen 3.
Of course, Frozen 3.
And again, Bob Iger kind of sprung those movies on everybody.
Yeah,
they didn't know about them.
They were sort of like quietly announced months before that they were more publicly announced. Because I remember hearing about them quite a while back, and there was just like no news or press about it. And then, like, they were actually formally announced.
Yeah. Oh, it was Estelle Harris. Thank you very much. What did I say? Getty? Not Getty. Warren? I think I said Warren. Estelle Warren is totally different. Rational here says we need Bugs Life too. Goddamn right we do.
No, we don't.
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
That movie was mid as hell.
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
Ernst is better. No, I'm just fucking.
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
I'm just fucking around.
I liked Ants, but Bugs Life is way better. I love A Bug's Life. I love it. I hate Ratatouille, dude, but I love A Bug's Life.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, well, here's the thing about Jim Varney. Jim Varney died in 1999 or early 2000. All right. Like, yeah, he did the 2 roles and everything else, but it's gone far beyond that now. All right. I don't think they should replace him. I don't think they should. Yeah. Oh yeah. Geeks here says Inside Out was also was also announced. Yeah. And Mindy Kaling is not going to be back as discussed. No. Simply because she's doing Velma season 2.
You think there's going to be a season 3 for all the free advertising it got online?
Well, no, I don't think there's going to be a season 3, but I do think there's going to be season 2. Who knows? Season 2 may be a lot better. I can't make it more than 10 minutes at a time through that show. I tried.
I'm really worried that like season 2 is gonna like really try and like play into the whole people on the internet didn't like this show and we're gonna make 1,000 jokes about it nonstop so we can piss off those people and generate free,
I don't know. It got enough. I mean, it got enough hatred about it to where it might have just had that influx as a result of that.
Maybe.
Oscar winning duck here. Thank you for 2. Says God help me, I'm baked. Well,
me too.
You'll get more baked. Ooh, okay, good. You're baked. You're baked. You're baked. Good. I like that. So Ash here had a $2 super chat. Says, show Anna the AI RJ.
AI? Wait, no, you did not make fucking AI of RJ.
Oh, buddy.
Can you make AI of me? That'd be fucking funny.
Oh, buddy. Get ready. You're
All
not
right,
ready. You're not ready for this. You're not ready. Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down?
Yeah, I'm sitting. No, I'm standing up.
Stand up.
Okay.
Then you're gonna listen to this, and then you're gonna have to sit down.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
My divine Saggy, when I look into your almond eyes, I do not see the boy I am, but the man I must become to possess you. I want to take all of the pain from your soul, and in the passion factory of my heart, transform it into functional joy. I want to take your hand by the Charles River, and with all Boston as witness, take you as my wife. And we shall sing and dance and drink, and then I shall whisper in your ear, let rivers run wild, or let them be damned. My perfect Saggy, I lay my masculinity at the altar of your maidenhood.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah. That was done done by Ash.
No fucking way. No way, Ash. No fucking way.
Ash did it. Yeah. Yeah.
Ash, that's the funniest fucking shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest with you.
RJ hates it. He hates it.
Wait, RJ doesn't think that's funny?
I think he thinks it's a little funny, but we play it a lot.
I want someone to do that for me. What the fuck? Damn, I'd be honored.
It sounds
honored.
I mean, as far as like, because Ash uses 11 Labs to do the AI stuff. It's how I do like the AI stuff as well.
Yeah.
But like that one turned out real well.
Oh yeah, no, that was fantastic.
In regards to like, it sounds like RJ. And then it's like you could almost imagine RJ having actually said that to Saggy.
Oh yeah,
right?
Some poetry, yeah.
Yeah, or like, and I wasn't written with Chat GPT, right?
Hey, feeder poetry, right?
Yeah. Well, there's people that use ChatGPT on Tinder.
Wow.
Like in order to do that. Yep. So and speaking of AI, there's a little thing here I want to show you guys. This little clip here is entirely made with AI. This little movie here. Yeah. This is popping up on Reddit. It's not very long, but to show you what can be done with generative AI or for movies and stuff. This is, I don't know. This is like, again, it's going to get crazy by the end of the year.
Houston, this is Radford. A fleet of massive alien spacecraft just appeared out of nowhere and jumped into Earth's atmosphere. The ships are unlike anything.
Panic is spreading across the globe in the wake of the arrival of alien spaceships. Reports of unusual activity and sightings have led to fear and uncertainty, with many wondering what the aliens' intentions may be.
World leaders are working to calm the public and assure their safety, but the situation remains tense. Experts continue to investigate and gather more information as the world grapples with this unprecedented event.
My fellow Americans, today we face a challenge unlike any other in our history. As you may be aware, strange alien objects have arrived on our planet. While we do not yet know their intentions, we must remain calm and approach this situation with the utmost care. I have ordered our government officials to work with international partners to gather more information and develop a coordinated response. We will remain vigilant and steadfast in our efforts to protect our planet and its inhabitants.
President Vladimir Putin has accused the U.S. of inviting the aliens to our doorsteps through unprovoked attacks on the UFOs that were recently shot down over the U.S. and Canada. Putin suggested that the U.S. attacks on the UFOs may have broadcasted Earth's location to the aliens. He added that the world is about to pay a heavy price for what he called America's outrageous actions.
In a bold move that has sent shockwaves through the international community, Russia, China, and India have announced that they are teaming up to make first contact with the aliens. The new plan involves a joint task force of scientists, engineers, and other experts working together to develop technology capable of communicating with the aliens.
The United States government has expressed that it will not support Russia's efforts to make first contact with the aliens. In a statement released earlier today, President Joe Biden stated that the U.S. government will block any actions that could potentially put national security at risk.
Today, I ordered our brave men and women at the Space Force to do whatever it takes to prevent Russia and its allies from making first contact with the aliens. We are determined to prevent any exchange of technology between the aliens and these nations, which could jeopardize the national security of our country. I urge the international community and our NATO allies to stand up to this unprovoked attack on global security.
Sleepy Joe will not handle this situation very well. The aliens could be hostile for all we know. But if I were the president, the aliens would have loved me. Ask anyone in Area 51, and they will tell you the truth. When I visited Area 51, everyone was impressed by how aliens greeted me. I was the smartest person in the room. I dissected some aliens, and they didn't even scream. Nobody heard them scream. I created Space Force. I don't think Sleepy Joe will give me any credit.
Concerns continue to rise over Russia's growing interest in exchanging technology with the aliens, which could put global security at risk. Russia said it's committed to sharing any alien technology it receives with the rest of the world and will be transparent with the international community.
NATO is prepared for situations like this.
The NATO allies, led by the U.S., have announced joint efforts to prevent Russia from making first contact with the extraterrestrials.
And let there be no doubt, the commitment of the United States to our NATO alliance and Article 5 is rock solid.
Footage resurfaced of 2 SpaceX rockets blasting off to space in an unannounced launch. Witnesses believe they could be carrying delegates of the NATO allies who are tasked with communicating with the aliens.
A group of delegates representing Russia and its allies left off on board the Soyuz spacecraft on their way to make first contact with the extraterrestrials in orbit. President Vladimir Putin himself attended the launch and said that Russia will do everything within its power to protect its allies. Russia has declared NATO's attempt to make first contact with the aliens an act of war, as delegates of several nations await in orbit for any sign of alien response. Russian Minister of Foreign Affairs Sergei Lavrov accused SpaceX of sending nuclear weapons into orbit in an attempt to deter Russia and its allies from making any contact with the extraterrestrials.
NATO allies led by the U.S. government have rejected Russian claims of smuggling nuclear weapons into orbit. Tensions in orbit continue to escalate as the race to make first contact with aliens reaches new heights. According to witnesses, Russia launched 3 Soyuz spacecraft in the last 24 hours. Intelligence reports revealed that the spacecrafts may contain nuclear warheads, a move that comes amid fears of further escalation in orbit.
Protests have erupted around the globe calling for the U.S. and Russia and their allies to form a joint team of delegates to make first contact with the extraterrestrials. Over 20,000 peace advocates, including Nobel Peace Prize laureates, signed a joint letter requesting the delegates of both sides in orbit to work together and put Earth's interest first.
Russia and its allies have warned the NATO from any attempts at sending astronauts to the alien spaceships as it begins intensifying its surveillance throughout orbit. President Joe Biden said that Russia's empty threats will not deter the NATO from sending its representatives to make first contact with the aliens.
The countdown to the first contact with the aliens has begun. The NATO announced today that its delegates will approach the alien spaceships starting tomorrow, a move that defies Russia's threats of retaliation with a swift response. The allies of both groups have reportedly been gathering a stockpile of nuclear warheads in orbit.
Houston, this is Earthstream. We're approaching the gate of the mothership. Godspeed, Earthstream. We're counting on you.
Americans, we are warning you not to approach the gate, or there will be consequences. Americans, this is your last warning.
What's that object that's approaching us? I don't know. Houston, there is something coming out of the Soyuz spacecraft. We're not seeing anything in our systems, Lieutenant Robert. Any idea what it could be?
A short time ago, I ordered the use of our nuclear arsenal against Russia and its allies, who have crossed the line with the massacre of our delegation in orbit. Together with our NATO allies, we have launched the Wrath operation against every country that was involved in this massacre. I want everyone to accept the new harsh reality that the world will never be the same again. I urge our citizens to take shelter in our nuclear bunkers until the Wrath operation ends. We don't know how long it will take, but we are determined to win.
Greetings, humans. We have observed your actions with great disappointment. Your inability to see beyond your own selfish desires has blinded you. You have failed to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of cooperation and respect. We have come here to return your artifact that carried a misleading message of hope and togetherness. You are not who you claim to be. We had hoped that by making contact with you, we could share our knowledge and wisdom and help guide you towards a more enlightened path. But it seems that you are not yet ready to receive our message, and that your hearts and minds are still closed to the possibility of a better future. We are the guardians of the universe. We are the cleansers. Our prime directive is to eliminate any hostile civilizations that could pollute the universe with their greed, ignorance, and carelessness. We will give your planet another chance, but we must cleanse it first to prepare it for a new civilization. We hope that one day, a better civilization from your planet will join us in exploring the wonders of the universe, rather than destroying them. Farewell, humans.
Hello from the
تحياتنا للأصدقاء في النجوم.
Здравствуйте, приветствую вас.
Tantiaguri saluti. Konnichiwa. O genki desu ka?
So, okay, that was interesting.
All that could have been prevented if Rick and Morty just started dancing.
Very true. Very true. So this was created with AI, made with Bright Pen. I don't know what Bright Pen is. Writing concept art, AI voice generation. And so it was, the dialogue is still clunky. That's true. Most likely ChatGPT helped come up with the storyline and everything else. According to this Reddit post here, it says that the AI created the concept art, it generated the voices, likely generated the story arcs and plot, created the concept art for the video. What it probably didn't do was generate footage and put it all together. I mean, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Yeah. But that's kind of like, but that's really fascinating though, that he was able to pull that off.
Yeah, it's interesting that, like, say what you want of the quality of it, but it's interesting all the tools that were made to make it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And that's always what I'm always the most fascinated about is the tools that go into making this kind of stuff.
Yeah, me
because,
too.
This is where we are for like, what's going to come. Actually, I'll show you guys this really quick. That was a Reddit post. I didn't know where it originated. I actually, while it was on, I went and found where it originated. So The Last Stand sci-fi short made with artificial intelligence, we can see that the quality is a lot better. You know, it's not shortened for fucking for that. But what do they say about this here? Let's go down. So 3 days ago, so yeah, none of this is real. It's just a movie made mostly with AI, which took care of writing the script, creating the concept art, and generating all the voices and participating in some creative decisions. The AI generated voices do not reflect the opinions and thoughts of the original owners.
Wow.
The short film was created as a demonstration to showcase the potential of AI in filmmaking, because that's been a big topic of conversation recently. Is all that kind of stuff. So it's like, okay. I mean, I thought it was interesting.
I thought it was interesting enough. Yeah.
Might have been a little bit too long. I don't think it needed to be 10 minutes.
Yeah, no.
And the bit with Donald Trump could have been cut out,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was kind of like.
It took itself so seriously.
I know. It's all like, I dissected a bunch of aliens and none of them even screamed. But Eric here says that this is kind of sad. I don't know what about it's kind of sad. The story's kind of sad. At the end there, it's all like, well, we came here to share knowledge, but you guys are just a bunch of bitches. So we're just going to reset the planet and peace. I mean, if you think about it, at the end there, they basically just killed everybody.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty heads fucking floated off because they didn't get their fucking dance off or whatever.
Yeah. Eric here says they would rather fight than work together, like how Gene Roddenberry visioned. It's kind of sad but true. I'm like, well, the problem is in many ways, look, I'm just gonna say we got too many fucking people here. That's the biggest factor. We just don't know what the fucking everyone's out for themselves to procure their own resources, And that's kind of one of the bigger problems. That's why like the next world war is going to be over natural resources. It's going to be over Africa. Make no mistake. You're talking like Nigeria, Uganda type areas, man. The last pockets of untouched natural resources. Africa they call it the cradle of life. This is going to kind of be proven true if we don't get some of that shit underway. Which is why pay attention to which countries are buying up large swaths of land in Africa. Vibranium. Yeah, no. Wakanda doesn't exist. It'd be cool though, but sadly no. Let's see. Nice here says we'll have to use ChatGPT to come up with what they say to aliens. Pretty much. Like I have an alien that I need to try to get to not kill us. How do we do that? Rational here says Uganda isn't untouched. The U.S. is taking the resources as we speak. Well, yeah. I mean, if you recall back during the Coney 2012 thing, right? They actually got Obama had sent like a bunch of advisors down to Uganda, to scope it out. But really, I think it was about trying to check out the resources rather than trying to stop, what's it called? Coney.
Oh, yeah, Coney.
Coney. Good old Coney 2012.
Ah, yes, the biggest case of slacktivism in history, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, okay. No, this isn't new. I was looking on Reddit and I came across an article titled Police Unable to Locate Mother and Her 3 Kids Who Were Staying with Ezra Miller. And I'm like, oh my God. Is that from today? It's like, no, it's from August of last year.
Wow.
It's like, God damn it.
Hey, you can never be too sure with Ezra Miller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, Lord says birth rates are already declining. Several countries, Russia, already have major demographic issues. Not sure overpopulation is the same boogeyman as it was in the 90s. I mean, no, but in the 90s, we had that rapid population growth, right? 79 to 99, 3 billion people. But what I'm talking about, though, is that with the advancement of medicine and life-prolonging surgeries, people are living longer. You know what I mean? But yes, birth rates are declining. And I wonder to myself if that's a natural response to what's going on. Anyway, so to kind of wind it down tonight, we're just going to watch the Secret Invasion trailer. And then because my voice is really starting to go.
No, I get you, man. Yeah.
I wanted to share that AI thing. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So, all right, let's give this thing a go. Crank that motherfucker up.
Fury, since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse. Why do you think I came back?
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet. Do you feel responsible?
Where are the Avengers? This war is one I have to fight. Alone. You're the most wanted man on the planet.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
The great Nick Fury. One last fight.
Yeah, that looks pretty fucking solid.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see where this goes.
Well, yeah, Rational. Yeah, Secret Invasion will tie into Captain America 4, 100%.
Oh, no, definitely.
And then that's going to tie into the Kang Dynasty or whatever else is going on.
I'm really excited for Cap 4, honestly. Like,
yeah.
Really excited.
Yeah. I mean, don't you mean Incredible Hulk 2?
Nope.
No. It's based...
No, and stop. I don't like people calling it that. Like,
No, I mean that. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know you don't mean it in a derogatory way, but
no, I'm excited for like Liv Tyler to return and the leader and everything else, and it's gonna be.
I just don't want to detract from the fact that like Anthony Mackie finally gets to headline a fucking film. Like congratulations, he's been with the MCU forever. Like he deserves his chance to like, Falcon the Winter Soldier was okay, but he deserves a movie. I'm looking forward to seeing him, have the actual costume on in daylight. That'll be interesting.
Yeah,
because I wanted to see that, and I was very disappointed that it had to. That final fucking episode was all during nighttime. Didn't like that at all.
Well,
Captain America's supposed to be like a hopeful hero. You got to present him in the daylight, at least at the end. Fuck.
No, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
I wanted to see that fucking costume in all its beauty. It's a pretty solid costume.
Well, we will. We'll see more of him, and the fact that Don Cheadle is back, Rhodey's back in this one, is going to tie into Armor Wars, and then they're filming Daredevil right now, and apparently, like, John Bernthal is getting ready to go back.
It's been over 4 years now since we've seen him in the actual War Machine suit. It's just been cameos in a regular ass suit.
Oh, I'm very excited.
I'm excited as well. I'm very excited for
what could come out of that. So, with any luck, we'll get some pretty cool shit out of that, and but I think that's going to kind of wrap it up for me. I know at the very end there, it's just it's getting harder to talk.
I think everyone needs to relax after.
It's Sunday night. It's 11:30. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be better, because tomorrow there's the Blue Beetle trailer. I know like the Barbie trailer is coming sometime this week. There's going to be a whole bunch of new previews because Mario's dropping, so they want to make sure that all that's there. And we're going to try to talk less about drama. Although I do really want to react to the Zod Rider stream, because man, you guys have got to hear that shit. It's just hysterical.
I'm glad that one chapter of drama at least is behind us, though.
Yeah, I'd rather get back to laughing at people who deserve it.
Yeah.
Agreed. But at the same time, it's like I'd also rather just talk about, like doing a deep dive into Quibi would be kind of cool, because it's a lot of people don't know about.
Kind of like a retrospective looking back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the Spider-Verse trailer is coming out too. Yeah.
Cool.
I should get Saggy on for the Blue Beetle. She's taking a couple days off, Ryan.
Yeah.
So, Spherical Man asking, what are my thoughts on the WrestleMania? I don't fucking know. I don't care.
All right.
It's not that I'm glad if you do. I just don't care. But what I do care about is sleep. So that's where I'm going. I'll talk to you guys later, and peace out.